drop the struggle, drop the drama, drop the melodrama, drop the seeking approval of people telling you how hard you're working, and just quietly focus on serving the people who you can best serve, who will reward you and look out for you to help you grow your business as you help them grow and improve their situation. Think about why you decided to become an entrepreneur. Whether you made that decision a week ago or 20 years ago, you wanted to create something better for yourself, maybe better for your family. And you decided you're willing to take some risks. You're willing to color outside the lines. You're willing to risk additional effort, additional time, some just willingness to believe in something, some hope. Possibly you've worked extra hours. What I invite you to consider is that while all of these ingredients are necessary to some level, the idea of working hard, of hustling, of focusing, that this doesn't have to be a struggle. So many people glorify the struggle of being an entrepreneur as if it makes you more money to suffer more or to work more hours. And I'm going to invite you to consider that a lot of times the way we set goals and what we believe is possible influences how we do things. So if I decide that it has to be difficult, it has to be a struggle, then when it's flowing, I'm not going to trust it. I'm going to be looking to make it more complex. I'm going to look to add steps to the process. Think of somebody who you might know that maybe has a hard time being in a healthy romantic relationship, that the minute things go well, that they don't trust it. Maybe they've never experienced a healthy relationship. And so when things go well, it kind of freaks them out. All these fear triggers come up. And some people would call it sabotage. And they'll say, well, the person didn't want the love. In my experience, that's not the case. Whether it was my experience at times, doing things that hurt the relationships I was trying to build, or just watching other people do it. Sometimes we don't know what it's supposed to look like, or we've been told by someone what it's supposed to look like, and we think it has to look that way. So I encourage you to consider that it can look a lot of ways, and it can be hard work, it can be suffering, it can be terrible, and it can be this dramatic story that you suffer and you tell people how tough it is. And if what you most want is attention from other people, if you most want to feel pitied by other people, or if you want them to say, wow, that person's really working hard, if that's your primary goal, you can get that. But I'm going to suggest to you that your efforts can only really serve one master. And if that master is need for attention or approval or need for validation, the master of helping a lot of people and making a lot of money, which might sound like two masters, but actually are so intertwined that it really is one, that you're not going to be able to do both. And so there are plenty of people on social media that have so many followers and so many likes or shares or comments, and yet they're not effective. So I encourage you, just as we start this conversation of you being an entrepreneur, that you can be a 7-day-a-week entrepreneur, you can be an 80+ hour per week entrepreneur, and that will not necessarily make you more money than being a 4-day-a-week entrepreneur or a 3-day-a-week entrepreneur. And it will not necessarily serve you more than working 20 to 30, 40 hours per week. It's all about results. And even though you maybe can't control it right away, you can set your vision the way you'd like it to be. And you can make tweaks based off of that. So if your vision is so loose that you say, I'll take anything, I'll take any form of entrepreneurial success, you're not going to have an idea of what you're aiming for, and you're going to be willing to tolerate a lot of things. Again, put it back to a relationship. Like a person who says, I will take any romantic relationship. I don't care if it's toxic. I don't care if it's violent. I don't care if it's psychologically hurtful. I just don't want to be alone. And I'm not trying to make fun of that. I'm not trying to poke at that. I'm simply saying that when the standards are that low and there are no criteria for what it looks like, you could get anything. And you might just get not so much what you're asking for, but what you're settling for. So I really encourage you, I plead with you, I beg with you, consider what are your most important goals. If you believe there are stronger forces in the universe, like God, the divine, the universe, some sort of benevolent force, ask that force for guidance. How can I do this in a better way? How can I better serve people? How can I be a better leader and at the same time be someone who's willing to follow? How can I be a better servant that delivers at a high level and at the same time be willing to charge for that? So not only can I be abundant, but I can afford to hire others and pay them abundantly and share and spread impact and abundance. So I really hope this resonates with you. I hope you consider that this journey does not have to be one full of struggle and pity and sacrifice. It will be work. There will be times when you really just fail miserably based off of what you were aiming for. Doesn't mean you're a failure, but that you wanted to do X and you didn't do X. And you say, well, okay, I tried to do X, I didn't do X. That attempt failed. I'm not a failure. That attempt failed. I'm going to do something different. But that overall, the process does not need to be painful any more than suffering in a romantic relationship needs to be painful. The suffering does not make the relationship better in the personal life. It doesn't do it in the professional life either. The more you are engaged and alive and energized and happy and able to deliver on a high level for your customers and the people you serve, the better you're going to help them, the greater impact you're going to make in the world. And so I invite you today, drop the struggle, drop the drama, drop the melodrama, drop the seeking approval of people telling you how hard you're working, and just quietly focus on serving the people who you can best serve, who will reward you and look out for you to help you grow your business as you help them grow and improve their situation. I hope this serves you. And as always, I look forward to helping you create greater impact and income for the people you serve so you can create the time to fully enjoy your family, your friends, your freedom, and your life. Thank you so much for listening. If I can help you in any way, just reach out to me. Let me know. God bless.